Hello and welcome to the 51st edition of Sunday League to Legend here on Football Manager 2021 and indeed on YouTube. We are presenting today from the Leyland Albion Stadium in Lancashire. It's an Emirates FA Cup first round tie as the Albion host Stevenage, managed by Callum McManaman, current Melbourne Victory player over in Australia in the A-League. However, in January 2027, he has made his way back to Blighty to take over at Stevenage. The referee is John Busby, and it looks like there are some injury concerns for the visitors. Hopefully, that'll play into our hands as we head into the dressing room. The advice from our assistant Andy Young is to tell the lads, come on, show me what you can do to keep our run going. I think that's probably the best of a series of bad options. Couple of players motivated by that. Remy Savage down as complacent, which totally against his character, considering that he constantly is telling me that he'd like to leave the club. I'll just give a quick shout to start off with before going into some background information ahead of this tie. Now, we did play Stevenage in League 2 in December, so not so long ago. We drew 0-0 in an away game. It has been a bit of a mammoth schedule, game every 2 or 3 days, Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday this week in game time. And we're playing in 4 competitions now. We've got the FA Trophy, the FA Cup, League 2 and the Papa John's Trophy, which we are still in as well. In terms of our team today, Bruno Andrade is on international duty with the Cape Verde Islands. Therefore, he is unavailable. Stevenage launch an attack and they take an early lead. Katia Kuyate with the 10th goal of his season. He puts Stevenage ahead in this FA Cup tie. Not a priority, the FA Cup, for me this year, so whatever happens, not too concerned about it. But would have liked our goalkeeper Jackson to get a bit closer to that one. The assist coming from Williams, I believe. In terms of our team, we have Jackson in goal, King, Winter, Savage and Midgley across the back. Nidian Fell on loan is in the right midfield slot. Drinkwater and Deacon are our 2 central midfielders. Tom Ince wide on the left. Up front, we have Andre Thompson-Fearon and Issei K, hopefully getting the goals for us. Whether that comes to pass, we'll soon find out. The weather was due to be hail for this game, which is classic Lancashire fare. The players should be used to this sort of thing by now. We are doing really well in terms of the league. We are second still behind AFC Wimbledon. We are a bit further on, as you can tell now, because we're in January. We have sort of jumped ahead and still keeping things on track. Last game was a 4-3 win away from home against Scunthorpe. Big game for us. Chuks Anike coming through with 2 goals there. He managed to score the winner. It's 1-0 going into the break. Not really much to shout about. We've had 7 shots, 1 on target, no highlights. I mean, that is Football Manager 2021 in a nutshell, really. Our XG is massive compared to our opponents, but still absolutely nothing happening for us. Let's motivate a few of the players, starting with the forwards, I think. And do you know what? I'm going to just encourage our boys. However, it seems that our opponents have got the opening highlight, or have they? Here goes Thompson-Fearon. And into the box, but nothing doing there. Can King recover anything? Yes, he can. And it's Thompson-Fearon with the dink over the goalkeeper. That is his 14th goal of the season. A great little goal there. Less than a minute into the second half. That motivation seemed to work for the strikers. Thompson-Fearon here. Lovely little chip from the angle. And there we have it. We are 1-1 against Stevenage. I think, boys, that's what counts as a bit of tango magic. Half-time team talk that seems to have worked. Bit concerned, I didn't notice towards the end of the first half that Winter, one of our central defenders there on the right, has picked up a booking, which is a little bit of a concern. We've only had 2 shots on target now, so let's see if we can build on that, boys. That would be nice. Here in the weekend where has been the weather not brilliant here in Lancashire, and now Macaulay King is injured. I mean, if that doesn't tell you everything about our season, I don't know what will. So what we're going to do is we're going to move Winter out onto the right and then bring on Shane Blaney. In fact, shall I make another change while we're here? Isake not having the greatest of game, and we do have John on the bench, just back from injury. So he's been out really for the last 4 or 5 weeks. Bit of a disappointing one for him, but he was good for 75 minutes today, so I only really wanted to bring him on late on in the game. I think he'll be able to cope playing the last 30. Hopefully he can be the man to make the difference. So he's on loan to us from Stoke City and has done really well, scored plenty of goals, and has fast become one of our fan favourites. Does seem to have a decent partnership with basically whoever you put him with. It doesn't seem to matter. He seems to score the goals nonetheless, as it's another shot. And we've got a suggestion here from Andy Young to bring on Dom McBride. Go on then, Andy. Fine, we'll go for it. As we enter the final 10 minutes here, and you just feel like the next highlight will be crucial. You can see there with the shot map, they've all come from quite close in. Perhaps somebody should think about having a shot from outside the box. That might be an idea. As our opponents have a throw-in high up, this could be a bit of a dangerous situation, as Midgley clears the ball off the line. Now it's Dowling, and that is wide. So big chance there for the visiting side as Deacon fires off a volley. That Fernandez, Luis Fernandez, I believe, who is playing for Stevenage these days. Whether he's a famous player, who knows? But he's made his way down to League 2 all the same. Stevenage, of course, in our league, but this is an FA Cup tie. And it looks like we're going to go to a replay, which is really frustrating and the one thing that I did not want. Because now we're going to have another game to play, and I did not want that. Yeah, here we are. Oh, extra time. Right, that's... is that better, or is that worse? I think there we go. Let's motivate the boys. We still have, probably, I think, a substitute in hand. I'm trying to think who we've brought on. We've brought on McBride and John, but of course, we had that injury that meant Blaney had to come on as well. Here comes Fell, back to Drinkwater. Big ball downfield, but it's cut out, and that was a great chance for Stevenage. They did not take it, though. And as we go into the remaining of the 30 minutes of extra time, we have to wonder whether we'll get another chance here. We should get another chance. We're a pretty good side these days. Drinkwater now with the ball in. There's John. But it's back to Deacon. Can he find himself free? He can. And it's a good save by the goalkeeper. We have, however, got a corner. Nobody covering the short option. Maybe we should start taking that off. As the ball is forced in, but it's disallowed for an offside. John Busby, how dare you? Savage was offside. Appears to be quite a lot offside. Did the ball actually touch him? It's difficult to tell on these replays. I'm not entirely certain there, ref. As here we are at the other end of the pitch now. Bit of a concern. Big ball in. Norville Williams. He's already provided 1 assist. And that is a fantastic hit over the bar from Stevenage, who are just starting to come back into this now. Yep, Jordan Norville Williams. Finally, Andy Young just spots that his crossing ability is not too bad. You know, has done plenty of it. And now we're closing him down. Oh, and then he's patted himself on the back to say that we are doing the right thing, trying to close him down. Well done, Andy. Right, in terms of substitutes, if we've got one left, I will try and make one just at the end to put another striker on. I mean, that's the sort of thing that we probably should do. If I was a good football manager, that might be something that you'd think of. I feel like I'm just doing an impression of a football manager these days, or even a football manager player is what I'm doing. As Drinkwater looks for Deacon, but again, there's nothing coming from it. We're going into the final few minutes of the game, And it looks like we are headed to penalties, if that's what we do at the moment. Before we do, we'll just see if it's possible just to make a late change. In fact, let's see if we can bring on Connor Comer. I mean, Midgley's never going to take a penalty, is he? No, you can't make any sort of substitutions. So, there seems to be no rule where I can bring on a fourth player. Right, okay. I'm not sure that's the actual rule. Fairly sure they've just made that one up for Football Manager 2021. In terms of penalty takers, oh God. Right, can anybody take a penalty? No, it's the basic answer. Not a one. So we're going to lose this penalty shootout. And when we do, you will all realise that I told you about it from the start. So we put Nidian Fell in. I mean, his stats aren't brilliant, but Don McBride is anxious in a penalty shootout. So you should be, Sunshine. Sam Deacon, we're going to put. McBride can take the 6th, and if it gets down to that stage, it's game over, really, isn't it? And then we'll put Blaney in 7th. After that, it's anybody to could be a bit of a lottery. Yeah, it's anybody's to win, isn't it? So come on, boys. Let's see what we can do here. It's a penalty shootout. Thompson Fearon to strike first. Thompson Fearon scores. Fantastic start. He's the boy. Now we've got March. Can he score? No, he can't. He hits the post. Right, so Albion take an early lead as John steps up. Striker on loan from Stoke City, goes close to the goalkeeper, but gets it into the back of the net. Now Osborne, a yellow ticket to his name. Yeah, sends the goalkeeper, Jackson, the wrong way. Up steps Drinkwater now. Leyland Albion lead by 2-1. Make that 3-1. Stevenage with Dowling. Now, a pretty good striker of the ball he is. Good strike. There you have it. Simonde Dowling. Great name for a player. Nidian Fell, another player on loan, steps up confidently, and it's 4-2 to the Albion. If Stevenage miss this one, we win the penalty shootout. And it's a player whose name I'm not even going to try and pronounce. Zedanik? There you go. Zedanik, great save! There you go. Tommy Jackson selected for the FA Cup, and he saves our bacon. We are through to the next round. Absolutely fantastic performance from the boys. Let's see. Apparently we're the only team playing, which is a little bit strange. There you have it. Didn't know that. I thought there was the whole group of teams playing today. But there you have Leyland Albion progress to the next round of the FA Cup. Now our next game, which will be broadcast on YouTube, will be on Wednesday, and it is a local derby, a rivalry game against Fleetwood Town from just up the road over in the Fylde. So thank you for joining me today. Do come back on Wednesday when we play against Fleetwood Town. See you then.